I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me now is Adam Goodman, partner at Ballard Partners. The second Republican debate was Wednesday night. So Adam, to kick things off, what were your takeaways? What moments stood out to you?
Well, I think it was a debate looking for relevance. I'm not sure it scored on that front. Obviously, the former president, Donald Trump, had his own program going on right before the debate took place, just as he programmed with Tucker Carlson during the first Republican debate. This was a night where you were thinking maybe, just maybe, someone would break from the pack among those who are trying to be the one to take on, Donald Trump for the Republican nomination. That didn't happen last night. I think a lot of things did happen, but not that. And one of the big takeaways, Brittany, is that the moderators themselves, we always focus on the candidates and the campaigns. The moderators, when I've done a lot of debate training over the course of my career with a lot of candidates, a lot of similar situations. I think the moderators need debate training. And I say that without trying to be smug. They need to understand this is a whole different kind of medium, Brittany, in terms of their performance, which is a big part of the show. And I don't think they were ready for it. I don't think they were ready for it in the first debate either, because this isn't, a media personality with a lot of television experience sitting behind a desk and talking about the news. This is them actively, in a way, imagine it's like a prize ring. It's a fight. And they're the referee in the middle of the ring, amid the warring combatants, right? That's a different environment for them. And I think they need to learn from that, and they need to train for that, because when the moderators aren't strong and aren't giving the audience a chance to get what they really want, which is information and impressions, as opposed to the near fisticuffs that seem to happen with more regularity than ever in debates. That's not a service to the audience. And it's a disservice, I think, to the process where we're trying to figure out just who it is that can take that torch and run with it.
I think that was my biggest takeaway, too. I mean, it started with a little bit of a fumble. Stuart Varney of Fox Business got off to a rocky start by stumbling his first line. And as someone who does talk on camera for a living, I felt that. I felt bad because when that happens, you immediately, go into your head there. But it didn't seem to get any better from there. There was Dana Perino of Fox News, a Univision host, and Fox Business's Stuart Varney. What do you think they could have done better? Because even after one commercial break, Dana Perino had to remind the candidates of the rules.
Well, that's where you start, Brittany. So number one is you have to change the way the rules are enforced. No one can hear from either in the studio audience or the audience at large can hear what's going on when people are kind of going at each other. They can't make out any of this, right? And the combatants on stage are thinking, well, I'm scoring a point. I'm on top of this one, right? When in fact, the reality is no one's on top of anything. Everyone's ready to tune it out. So number one is they have to change what they do with the mics. When you go beyond, say, let's say you have a 5-second grace period after the bell rings, right? Then the mics go off. That's number one. Two is you take it a step further, which I think would empower the moderators in a good way. They could say, if you start talking over somebody else, we're not only going to kill your mic, we're going to ignore you for a while, right? You literally, almost like the teacher in front of the classroom, say to your pupils, if you go that way, I'm telling you, you're going to see the principal. And so I think that would improve this a lot. With that said, the staging last night, I mean, you're at the Ronald Reagan Library. You talk about a movie set for this kind of thing. And that I thought was ideal and should have really powered this show. But unfortunately, the takeaways in terms of the actual debate itself did not measure up to the Air Force One that was hovering over them on the set.